Hi, I'm Julia.
I'm Natasha.
We're both from New York.
And we're fourth years from Penn State studying here at the Pantheon Institute.
We are in the Palazzo Venezia. It's really pretty. There are a lot of palm trees, which we didn't expect coming to Rome. We got off the plane and we were like, wow, palm trees. I started studying architecture because I've always loved to design things. And actually studying it now for 4 years, I love how you have the ability to use your creativity to basically create anything you want and solve problems in the process. And it's awesome.
I chose to study architecture because I was very in between the arts and math and sciences, so it was a perfect mix of the two where you get to design, but also, like you said, solve problems, have math integrated in that sort of way.
So I've known I wanted to study abroad for a really long time. I actually chose to go to Penn State because they offered a Rome study abroad program. That was like the one thing that made my day, made me choose Penn State, and I've been looking forward to studying in Rome ever since. And then when I met Natasha freshman year, we both were like, all right, we're going to Rome and we're going together and we're gonna have a blast.
Yep.
So yeah.
A big topic of architecture right now is the integration of AI and also robots, in the sense of what's going to take over soon. Are humans not really going to be doing that work? But specifically here at the Pantheon Institute and at Penn State, we learn how to hand draw, and bringing that back gives us like a versatile range of tools to use as architects as we move forward, instead of having to solely depend on AI.
And right now we're just designing a Jubilee this coming year and learning about the temporary pavilion and like making a structure that's monumental but also temporary, which I think here in Rome is quite interesting because everything here is so permanent. Everything has been here for thousands of years, hundreds of thousands of years. I think it's traveling with school and like having our professors take us on trips has honestly been amazing. Like everyone talks about studying abroad, like you go on weekend trips with your friends, but I appreciated the fact that we had almost a tour guide while we were still learning through school. It wasn't just like, this is this building. You have someone that actually knows the architecture and like knows the history of a building and telling you all about it, versus just looking at it yourself and you don't really know what's behind it.
And we get to talk about that for the rest of the semester. After we go on these tours with our professors, they know what we saw and they know how we felt towards it, so being able to use that as a talking point for the rest of the semester is really influential.
The experiential learning wasn't just in the beginning of the semester. The entire semester we're going on walks for cartography and seeing different parts of Rome and like going through different paths and like learning new things every week about the city, versus just looking at it all through a tourist lens from the beginning and then just living your life the rest. Like we're constantly tourists and looking around at things.
And it's always hands-on. We're cooking Italian food. We're learning how to do that.
Drawing on site. It's,
completely different. I didn't expect for Rome to feel like home so quickly. Even though it's this big monumental city with all of these artifacts, living artifacts around us, it really does feel like home, and it kind of feels like a small town that we know the ins and outs already, even though we've only been here a few weeks, and that is something I didn't expect on it.
To consider Rome is not just a historical city, it's a city that the amount of new constructions we have seen since being here, the amount of work that's going on to make the city better. It's not just an ancient city that you're going to get ruins everywhere.
The fact that all of this is still standing and we're able to experience it still, as compared to these brand new cities that you don't really know how long they're going to last. And also just the culture, being surrounded in this warm climate where you have these Italians mingling around you, it's just a serene feeling.
Yeah, there he is.
I didn't even see the pear. I just saw the orange.
And he's eating. He's like chomp, chomp, chomp. Great camouflage, though.
Yeah.